Some days I have a game that requires a lot of in-depth explanation, and then some days I have a top-down racer where all you're trying to do is beat your best time. Exciting Rally isn't an especially deep game. It does exactly one thing, does okay with it, and that's all you're getting in the game. It is the last Famicom game by Human Entertainment. On the Famicom, they worked almost exclusively as contract developers, publishing only one game themselves. They parlayed that experience into being a mid-tier publisher themselves, releasing quite a few games throughout the 90s. Though with only two exceptions, nothing they published really caught on. And so they had to rely on their Fire Pro Wrestling series, along with the Clock Tower series of horror adventure games. Exciting Rally starts off in a confusing way. It has you enter your name into one of 8 possible slots, and this is confusing because the game doesn't have a battery save. You can use the names entered as a kind of versus mode. That's the battle option from the main menu, but it feels really unnecessary. Also, the time option shows you the best times for each region, and gives you the option to reset that to 0, but again, no battery save. Instead, the game uses passwords to continue with the championship mode, and that's the real heart of the game. In championship mode, you participate in 10 different rally races, earning points depending on your placement in each of those. Each race consists of multiple legs, a minimum of 3, but some as many as 5. And on each leg, you complete a certain number of laps around the course. There winds up being 35 different courses that you race on in Exciting Rally. So lots of content if you happen to like the game. On the track, A accelerates, and there are no brakes. B initiates a drift, letting you slide around corners even faster, and this also has the effect of making your car go faster for some reason. So the key to doing well in Exciting Rally is to drift around corners, and as long as you don't clip the edge of the course, you'll come out of the corner going even faster. Before each leg, you can see the course conditions and have the opportunity to change tires, decide if you're going to use a turbo or not, and switch between 2-wheel and 4-wheel drive. I tried tinkering around with these settings a bit, but didn't really see a whole lot of performance difference, especially with the tires, which have 12 different options for some reason. You've got slicks, gravel, and snow tires, and then different levels of each of those. I didn't find any reason to not use a turbo, and I generally stuck to 4-wheel drive. When you complete a leg, you can compare your time with other drivers, but this is organized according to the total time for the whole rally race, not just the leg. It's the total time that matters for Exciting Rally. If you slam into a wall and get stuck, then you have to let go of all the controls, then press down on the D-pad, and that'll put you into reverse. Back up a little bit, let go of everything and press up, and you're moving forward again. The only way that you're going to do well in Exciting Rally is if you learn the courses. The guide arrows help a bit, but sometimes they tell you the turn is coming up really far ahead, and sometimes they don't tell you the turn is coming at all. The other thing that you have to watch out for is that the controls are really touchy here. If you're slightly off-center for the path, it takes only the gentlest tap to straighten you out, and there's a very good chance you're going to wind up oversteering. Exciting Rally isn't a well-known game in Japan, but the people who do know it point to it as one of the more difficult games on the system. You have to play just about perfectly to beat the AI, even on the easiest difficulty level. At least you get a password with all of the standings after every rally race. So if you don't do well, then you can just go back to your previous password. I think Exciting Rally isn't a bad game, it's just not a game that is very exciting. The courses are fine, and the driving is responsive, probably too responsive. It does what it set out to do, but it doesn't do anything more than that. There's no option, for example, to practice legs of races. You just have to play through them until you get to that point. And you never see any other drivers. Now that's actually true to rally racing, but it would have been nice to have a ghost on the track to compare with, or something to spice up the view beyond seeing the road. Exciting Rally is just fine as a top-down racing game. It's just not very exciting.